Welcome to the Geography channel. Today's video we have a custom scenario with the Teutonic Empire. Czech Republic somehow has southern part of Germany. We have Stanistan as well. And this is just our custom scenario. So you already know what it is. We need to get auto clicker out, Just get the auto clicker out and then here, so we should be able to just no current wars. Of course, there's going to be no wars for the first 50 or so turns. Alright, so it's Argentina versus Brazil, although Brazil just absolutely annihilated Argentina. So they took a little... Oh, China versus Russia. This should be fun. Alright, well... China versus Russia. So far, we have about 100k casualties. But... let's just see who comes out of this, because this is going to be the real determiner on whether or not we have a superpower Russia or a superpower China to defeat the Stanistan Empire, or Stanistan, or if it weakens the nation and Stanistan strikes. Looks like Russia took over China, which I was expecting. Japan versus Indonesia, small conflicts like this. And, Cuba versus Dominican Republic, which is right here, Cuba versus the Dominican Republic. Yeah. But, so Russia, with Vlad Putin leading it, has 49 provinces, while Stanistan has 17, but Stanistan has the same amount of thing as China, so yeah, that should be good. Stanistan is bigger than China, but it's not bigger than Russia. Because if we check Stanistan, number 3 versus number 1, and I'm guessing the Teutonic Empire, Teutonic Empire is 5th. I'm assuming Brazil, Brazil's number 2, because Brazil has a very good economy, because the economy is super good in South Africa. America. South Africa also has a very great economy, according to the African standards. 112 compared to a similar sized nation. 8. Or similar sized nation 127, but this one has one more province than that. So yeah, if it was the same size, then this would still have a better economy than that. But although it looks like they gobbled up Lesotho and Eswatini or Swaziland, yeah, that's fine. But looking into here, we can see the Caucasus Mountains is completely controlled by Georgia, because Azerbaijan and Armenia do not have places in this world, because it's a 300 province map. So that's why some of the islands on here aren't colored in. That's why no islands in the Pacific are actual countries. And that's why Luxembourg isn't a country. But yeah, the biggest country to not be a country in this game is probably Burkina Faso. It's right here. But Mali apparently owns that, right? Niger is probably the hardest country to operate, but it's doing better than Mali right now, which is a big surprise. It's probably, 88%, 80 versus 80 happiness. Happiness is kind of a factor, but if we just take into these, with the top 10, they all have really good economic scores, which is the main thing you need to win this game. Now, if you already start off with a good economy, you're most likely going to be very good in the game. So let's just do some more turns real quick. So the game saved. Alright, now we're gonna go to 200 and see if anything has changed. So it looks like Ethiopia and Egypt are getting into somewhat of a conflict. Now, it looks like the United States and Stanistan is fighting 3 wars, all defensive wars. And we got Zambia versus South Africa, we got Ethiopia and Egypt, we got Panama and Dominican Republic, Russia and Canada, which I wasn't really expecting. I thought it would be Russia and the United States, but no, Russia and Canada are going at it. Hopefully Russia can devour Canada, because honestly, we already know, because they own all of China and all of Russia, which is like a lot of the landmass. That's like bigger than a Pluto and a half. But yeah, we got Finland versus Poland. I never would have expected that, but we can see that war is actually wagering on, because one province of Poland is actually being occupied by Finland. And so Alaska was completely taken up by Canada, and if they can get Alaska back, then they can start to go into Yukon, British Columbia, and all that fun stuff. Then they might have close connections to the United States, which In turn, probably hates Russia. What are your opinions on Russia? Oh, it's a -46, but you absolutely hate Stanistan because you're at war. You have really good opinions on Brazil. Brazil also hates Stanistan. Stanistan is at war with 3 countries, Brazil and the United States. I wonder if Stanistan can take all of them. They're also at war with Saudi Arabia, probably over this little tiny piece of land, and also the fact that Saudi Arabia has, well, less provinces, so they can probably take out Saudi Arabia, and then maybe, no, Brazil and the United States, they've just got to get lucky and peace out, or their war is going to last forever. Now, Mongolia is now completely engulfed in Russia, because of this little cross right here. Maybe if Mongolia could just give that, like, Mongolia, so we can have, like, a 4-corner nation thing, but that'd be really funny. Also, another thing is that in Stanistan, it's hard to see the boundaries of the things, but in here, it's also hard. I think I just need to zoom in more. Well, I mean, we already have a tri-point from here. No, it's not worth it. Maybe just give it a little bit more land right there. No, I'm joking. Maybe not. The Portuguese Empire hasn't been really doing anything all game, besides the fact that check their diplomacy. They haven't been at war with anybody. They actually love Argentina and Brazil somehow. Oh no, Brazil likes them. Argentina likes them. You know what I mean? But they also do not like Stanistan. I don't know why everybody hates Stanistan, like what? But yeah, Russia right now, it probably has the most population. Let's check total score by population score. Yeah, then it's Stanistan, then it's oddly Brazil. I think the Portuguese Empire is the last nation. Nope, Portuguese. And this is earlier. Let's think of these as thousands equals a million. 630 and then 1 billion. Because that's a lot more average, because these population scores are scores. They're exactly what they're supposed to do. They're scores. They're not actual population, at least I don't think. Last thing of one score is 10 people. That's like 800 million, 600 million, a billion, and then almost 2 billion in Russia. But I mean, like, would actually be accurate. Because China and Russia, that actually might be what it is. That's why this has 1 billion, 1.1. But no, this would have like 1.5, but I guess people died. I don't know, war, and yada yada. Also, they're at 80% happiness, which is pretty bad, but also is Russia. What is the country with the biggest happiness? I'm assuming the yellower it is, the happier it is. Niger has 85. 88, we're seeing 88, we're seeing, probably Iceland or New Zealand. We're at Indonesia, 89, that's probably the highest, if you think about it. Even consuming, like, 90 would be hard. Well, what's the yellowest right here? Canada's pretty yellow. Denmark isn't too yellow. Yeah, but we're not talking about happiness right now. Let's just talk about the average map, and let's just auto-click some more turns. Right there. Alright. So it looks like Stanistan got their tip back. Mexico dealing with rebels, I think. Canada got in debt for a bit. And the Portuguese Empire is still doing nothing, while Stanistan's still fighting. It looks like Brazil just took all of India for like a couple of years, occupied it. It was really looking like Brazil was going to win that war. But Stanistan just keeps fighting them back because they probably know their mainland, plus Afghanistan is very hard to invade. The Czech Republic started branching out and going into Poland and Ukraine. Russia could probably take them on right now, or they could probably take on Stanistan, which would be a really amazing feat if they hadn't dealt with so many rebels and dealt with so many conflicts, because it looks like they're dealing with a lot of rebels right now. Now, Dr. Congo and, oh my god, the Central African Republic actually did something. Oh my god. Well, it looks like Niger and Dr. Congo are the big players in Africa, while Chile, oh my god, what is Chile doing? It looks like not a lot is happening in Asia, just Stanistan in Russia and Thailand. Thailand actually took out most of Indonesia. Let's see if they can hold on to that. I think that's actually a peace deal. Madagascar starting to get the Horn of Africa. Iceland entering into Africa. The Portuguese Empire entering into Africa. Hopefully they don't take over the entire continent. Dr. Congo again. is being Dr. Congo. It looks like Libya is fighting back Dr. Congo. Oh no, they're back again. Looks like Dr. Congo is actually controlling around half of Africa right now. They're trying to make their way into Asia. They're trying to make their way into Asia, but I don't think they're succeeding. The key word is trying. Looks like Stanistan just took back a lot of their African territory, and Serbia is all over the place. Hopefully they don't commit too many war crimes. Oh, looks like the United States is getting invaded by Panama and Russia, and the Czech Republic is in Canada. Looks like Russia is actually winning right now. What a shocker. They took out China in the beginning. I wonder how much population there is. The United Civilizations Front, this has 244,000 devs. I wonder how much Russia has. They're actually 3 billion population. What about you? You went down from 6 million to 200 million, 600 million to 200 million. Well, it looks like Chile. What about Ivory Coast? 36k. Argentina has 520k, so once they take them out, it looks like they're probably going to have like 400k left, and then they're going to be at like 1.1 bill pops for this. But it looks like Russia, oh yeah, they control a lot of the Nordic lands. They even got that little island over there. What's the name of those islands? The Czech Republic and Russia probably have good relations. Oh, nope, they don't. What about Stan's relations with Russia? They have good relations with Central African Republic. Central African Republic is in Europe. Oh wow, this is the biggest crossover event I've ever seen. And we're actually going to be spectating as, well, looks like the Portuguese Empire got taken out, demolished. We only have one custom nation left, so let's just not clickbait some turns. Let's just move some turns. Once we get to 2,500 turns, nothing starts to happen. So once we get to 2,500 turns, that's it. That's what the world is going to look like for the rest of the time. Because once we get to this game is set in 2016. We're already in like 2085. Once we reach like 2100, nothing really is going to happen because the AI starts to settle down and be like, oh my god, we killed so many people, we got to rebuild. And then they just rebuild for the entire game. It's kind of crazy. Unless a human player is playing, I don't think an AI territorial domination would be possible. Let me just say it bluntly. I don't think it would. See, and things are already starting to wind down. You can still see stuff happening in South America, which I never thought I would say, but this game is just crazy like that. Stanistan looks like it's going to be in the top 13 only. Well, we're going to check them at the end, but we still got 100 more turns left. Anything could happen in 100 turns. They can win a war with Russia in 100 turns, but they're not going to. And actually, looks like we still have a bit more, but it looks like it goes Russia, Chile, Stanistan. Oh, we're doing total score. Russia, Ireland, New Zealand, Argentina, and Chile are the top 5, while Japan, Philippines, Uruguay, Australia, and Mongolia are sitting there with the top 10, mostly because of economic score, but not because of economic score. The United States falling in 12th place. Good to know that the United States isn't the best nation. You effing every single person in the United States thinks it's the best nation. But that's besides the point. I'll see you guys later. Have a fun day. Bye.